Salman Khan is Salman Khan. Okay. Now, for Boaz and Shekhar, I was playing a host who was irreverent, which I am not. So I was actually playing the role of a host. Here he is himself. Will I be able to carve a niche for myself was the big question, and I thought that was also in itself the biggest challenge.
Hi, and joining us today on midday.com, we have a man of many talents. He's an actor, singer, host, and much more, Shekhar Suman.
Thank you for such kind words.
No, that's absolutely true. And now you are on Bigg Boss 16.
Yeah.
So, very excited about that. So, please tell us, have you been following the seasons of the show?
I have to. Now it's my job. It's my assignment. I was following it sporadically last few seasons, and because of time constraint, etc., you don't get the time. But if you have taken it as a job, if you have taken it as an assignment, then you have to give 100% to it. Which is this time I know all the contestants, all the name, whether it is Tina, whether it is Shalin, whether it is Gautam, whether it is Abdu, whether it is Sajid, whether it is Soundarya, whether it is Gautam, all of them, I know them, backwards. And I've been following them now very, very closely. Interestingly, when the show came to me, I had no idea why they had approached me and what would I be doing in a show which was predominantly dominated by Salman Khan and was doing it for years. So will I be able to carve a niche for myself was the big question, and I thought that was also in itself the biggest challenge. So I thought if I could create a space for myself, if I could relate to them in a manner which I'm known for, with my sense of humor, with my repartee, and also with my seriousness, in the way people perceive me, I thought that would be interesting, and that's the reason that I took it up.
Yeah, like you said, you have brought the fun element to the show, which was required in between all the fights and the gossip.
I think throughout the week they go through so much of torment, the battling headwinds, and there is so much ferocity and there is so much of aggression, fights and equations changing. So it's people get screwed in the head, and I think by the time it's Saturday, though they are completely blissfully unaware of the fact that when is a Monday, when is a Tuesday or Wednesday. But I think toward the end of the week, they need to sort of offload a lot of their emotional baggage, and the fact that they're all distressed and mentally stressed out. And I thought this would provide just the ideal and the right window for them to kind of hear things about them in a pleasant manner. But obviously, not all good things are said about them, and there is a bit of leg pulling and roasting also happen to tell them where they are going wrong. I mean, this is, in a way, it's an expose also, but in a manner that doesn't, it's not hurtful, it's not insulting. I make sure that I don't take into account all these things, in terms of like physicality, in terms of the way they look, or, but behavior, yes. So that's very important, that their idiosyncrasies are very important, how they are behaving with each other. And that is what makes the show what it is.
And so, which contestants have impressed you, and who do you feel needs to buck up?
I think Sumbul and Ankit, they need to buck up because they are the silent and the salient features of this show. But people who are racing ahead are Priyanka, Shalin, Gautam, Archana. These are the people who are sort of racing ahead. Nimrit started off well, that I thought that just she slowed down. When she was the captain, she was doing pretty well. Now she is always on the horns of a dilemma, which side to take. But these are the top contenders. And also I think Abdu, for the fact that he is very lovable, liked by everyone, loved by everyone, I think he also stands a fair chance.
That was my next question. In fact, that Abdu is so popular. So,
Yes.
what do you feel works for him?
I think his cuteness. I think he's lovable. I think he's very sweet. I think he's very honest. I think he's talented. Also, he's a great singer, and the way he reacts, he reacts in a very, very cute manner, and that is what works for him. And he's everyone's friend, and everyone wants to be friendly with him. So he's one unifying factor in the family.
And last time we had Karan Johar on the show as well, and he called out the romance between Soundarya and.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel about that?
I think to each his own. I think that this show is all about perception. There are probably more than 100 crore people in this country, if they're even 2% are watching, they would have different perceptions. So it could be your word against mine, your thought against mine. No, I don't think so. I don't agree with you, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So if he called out, maybe he felt intuitively that they were probably faking it. Um, to me, it's a show. It's a game. And game, everything is fair in love and war. And I said, even if he's faking it, so what the hell? It really doesn't matter. He is doing all that to win a show. It's not that anybody who's like very truthful, very honest wins a show. It doesn't happen. Sometimes when you are manipulative, when you are maneuvering, when you are steering your way, in a manner which may not be otherwise acceptable, you're still a winner. So it's how you play the game is very important. And if he's playing the game by faking it, let him. So be it.
And if you had to spend a day in the house, so what would you do?
That's a tough question. That's a hypothetical question. I can't imagine myself in the house at all, because I'm at a point of my life where I lead. I don't become a part of the herd. So no, I don't think that I don't think so. I will fit into the scheme of things. But if I had to be in the house for some reason, then I like to make the most of it. I think that I will be either very, very friendly and just be sort of interacting with everybody, or I would be a complete loner and disconnect myself.
And of course, we can't imagine anyone else in Salman Khan's place. So, what are your thoughts about his hosting?
Yeah, that goes without saying, because he's done it for so long that it's second nature to him. It's like all of us. Like when I did movers and shakers, like I could do it while I was sleeping. It's like Amitabh Bachchan doing KBC. So I think he belongs to the show. The show is because of Salman Khan, for what he is, the way he conducts it, and the values that he brings to the show, for being a complete natural. Salman Khan is Salman Khan. Okay. Now, for Movers and Shakers, I was playing a host who was irreverent, which I am not. So I was actually playing the role of a host. Here, he is himself. So, which is what people like, which is what the audience is like. So, I think as long as Salman is there, Bigg Boss would be there, and vice versa.
And if you had to give the contestants a few titles, so which one would you give the entertainer?
Of course, Archana. Archana, I guess the brand Cacophony, who's always, her voice, the shrilly voice doesn't even need a megaphone. So yeah, probably the title of a megaphone to Archana.
The Narad Muni.
Narad Muni. Narad Muni. I think that's a bit mean, because everybody has a little Narad Muni in them. So when the time comes, everybody becomes a Narad Muni. So it goes for all of them.
The top three.
Top three: Priyanka, Gautam, Shalin.
And the one who's most misunderstood.
I think Sumbul. I think she's most misunderstood. She's trying to convey a lot through her tears, but alas, there are no takers. I think Salman gave her a dressing down, chided her for being so wimpy and a crybaby. But that's the way I guess she is, but she's clearly misunderstood.
The dark horse.
The dark horse could be Ankit. You never know. So that he clearly stays in the background, and after Salman berating him and chiding him, maybe he'll come onto his own and maybe show a different avatar and win the race. Who knows?
And lastly, true love.
True love. There is no such thing, darling, as true love in this world. But yes, I think, and definitely not in Bigg Boss. But looking at the way the confessions have happened, I think Gautam and Soundarya. True love, if you can call it true love. Yes.
Thank you for doing this, sir. It was so much fun. Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.